Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen we're making easy, amazing buttermilk biscuits. So let's get started. First off, set your oven to 425. It needs to be nice and hot, and these biscuits are going to be into the oven before you know it. Now, in a large bowl, I'm adding 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm using a scale because it's going to give me the best results. If you're using measuring cups, please do not scoop. Fluff your flour up in your canister, sprinkle it into your measuring cup, and level it off. To puff things up, I'm using a lot of butter, but there's also baking powder. 1 tablespoon to be exact. 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, just a little touch of sweetness, and whenever you add sugar to a dough, do you know what happens? It makes it softer and tender, so it's gonna give us a nice texture too. Now I want 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I encourage you to use a nice sea salt. Iodized salt can be like really harsh and salty. In you go. Grab a whisk and mix it up. These biscuits are so easy to make. There's no chill time, and it's actually something my kids enjoy making with me too, because the stacking and folding is really fun. Your scale's done. Thank you for your service. Wait a second. I knew I took this out for a reason. I also want 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Baking soda needs an acid to react to, and that acid is the buttermilk, so it'll give us an initial puff and make them really, really nice and high. 1 more whisk, just since we forgot things. It's time for 6 tablespoons of cold, unsalted butter. That's 85 grams. Grab 2 tablespoons and set that aside. We're gonna cube the rest. If you're reading a recipe like this and you get all your ingredients prepped, which I highly encourage, go ahead and cube the butter, but then pop it back into the fridge. If you forget, you're like, oh, the butter's too soft, your biscuits aren't gonna be the same. We want little nuggets of butter throughout that'll puff up in the oven and just like make these biscuits like flaky, tall, and amazing. My butter's cubed up. It's time to sprinkle this into our flour. Don't just dump it in because it just falls in one giant clump. In you go, little butter. It's like raining butter right now. Right now you have 2 choices. You could use your clean hands or a pastry blender. I'm gonna use my hands today. It's a Sophie's choice. I'm working the butter into pea-sized pieces. It's really easy to break apart, and I love how like tactile and this feels nice in your fingers. These buttermilk biscuits go well with so many things. And a lot of times if you have like a ho-hum dinner or you're going to someone's house and you want to like bring something special but like make it really easy, these biscuits are the way to go. Like these biscuits or a drop biscuit, oh my gosh, so good. You could be having leftovers like for the 2nd night in a row, but make these biscuits and it's gonna be amazing. With some nice like salty good butter, yes. I just so happen to have ice cold skeleton hands, which is great for pastry making. If you have hot little hands, pastry blender, it'll do all the work for you. I'm gonna wash my hands and now grab the cold buttermilk. One of my most prized possessions is this, no, kidding, is this 3/4 measuring cup. It comes in so handy. It's very old, but useful. All right, 3/4 cup of cold buttermilk. Oof. That's very full. Wait, I need a spoon. Okay, that worked out, good. I'm gonna drizzle my buttermilk in, it's 180 mils by the way, while I stir. I'm gonna be very gentle. Gentle with my biscuit dough. We're adding a liquid to the flour now, and I don't wanna activate the gluten and have like a tough biscuit. I want a tender, flaky, amazing, buttery biscuit. So you're stirring as little as possible, just until it comes together. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I don't know about you, you can let me know if you did this too, but I used to drink buttermilk as a child. I love the tangy taste. And I thought everybody did, but I don't think that's true. Bring this together, it's gonna be really shaggy and so messy. I'm just finding any kind of pool of flour and nudging that into the wet parts. I'm not trying to get a cohesive dough to form in the bowl. Get a little bit of flour. Flour your work surface ever so lightly. All right, don't be scared if this looks crazy. You're like, you lied to me. This isn't a dough, it's just a pile of nonsense. It works. We're gonna pat this together now, so pat it down and into a rectangle. It should be about like 10 by 8 inches. a little bit bigger than a sheet of normal paper. Soft, tender, amazing biscuits. Oh, with a honey butter? Maybe I'll show you how to make a honey butter at the very end of this. This looks nice. It's time to start folding. So pretend it's a letter and fold it into thirds. It's gonna be a little bit dodgy at first, I'm warning you. Fold that over. I'm using my bench scraper to help me out. If you have any crumbs, just pick them up and put them on top. I'm gonna turn this 90 degrees. A bench scraper really comes in handy because it can lift things up and help you out. We're gonna roll this out into another 8 by 10 inch rectangle, 1/4 of an inch thick. Said I forgot to flour my rolling pin, didn't I? Okay, roll, roll, roll. Now it's starting to come together. It was totally shaggy at first. And what we're doing here is creating pages of butter to create those layers that'll rise up and make that wonderful flaky biscuit. I'm gonna repeat the process and fold one more time. Fold that over too. Pat, 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 and change this 90 degrees. And we're gonna roll this out. I'm on my third fold and rotate. I've been super stingy on the flour, relying on my bench scraper to lift up the dough, but you can add more as needed here. Just like that. One more time of a thin 1/4 inch thick roll. It's our final fold, but here's the deal. Yes, the same third situation, but now I want to roll this into about 3/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch thick. We need to have some height so that it can rise up and not be a paper thin biscuit. This time go for a 10 by 5 inch piece of dough. My dough is just between 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. That's the good range. I have my baking sheet lined with parchment paper, but you could use a Silpat too. We're gonna cut 2.5 inch circles of dough with our cookie cutter. Have your flour handy though, because it's always a good idea to flour your cutter in between each cut so the edges don't stick. You don't wanna seal the edge of your biscuit down. It should be relatively free, so it's gonna rise up and make those flakes. I have 6 beautiful biscuits right now, but I want 8. I'm not gonna waste this dough, so let's re-roll the scraps. Just press it together like this. Press, press, press. These will not be as pretty, but that's okay. They're gonna be delicious anyways. I'm gonna have an extra crazy biscuit. I'm gonna call him Scrappy. The finishing touch for these biscuits before they go into the oven is a brush of buttermilk right over the top. Not on the sides, leave the sides nice and free, but the top will get that brush. It'll give it a beautiful, like tangy taste right when it goes into your mouth, and also helps them just be a little bit nice and golden. Your unbaked cut biscuits can be frozen, and you can bake them from frozen too. They'll last about a month in the freezer, and you can bake them straight from frozen. Just add about 2 minutes of bake time. They're gonna be golden and amazing. If you're wondering why my biscuits are scrunched up together, it's gonna help them rise evenly. That's why they're almost touching. These guys are ready to go into the oven, 425 for 12 to 15 minutes, or until the tops are golden brown. In you go. While my biscuits are baking, I'm gonna whip up some honey butter. It's so easy and totally worth it. Grab a few tablespoons of butter, it's really up to you. Spoonful or so of honey. This is from my bees. All you have to do now is just mix this up until it's nice and combined. I love using salted butter with this because it's like salty and sweet. If it's unsalted, a little pinch will do ya. If you wanna have a little bit of extra flavor, a dash of vanilla, like 1/2 teaspoon or less. You could use vanilla bean paste, or add things like cinnamon in. It's gonna be so good. My biscuits are out of the oven, golden, flaky, and amazing. These guys are destined for dinner. I'm treating myself to Scrappy before the kids come home with a nice helping of honey butter. That is light and tender on the inside, perfectly crisp on the outside, and I love the gentle tang of the buttermilk throughout. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe with the honey butter, and if you like this video, check out my bread playlist.